India's premier space research organization, ISRO, is hiring. A permanent Group C career here means working directly on the engine technology that puts satellites into orbit. Beyond the prestige, these roles lock in central government stability. We are talking about Level 2 through Level 7 pay scales, medical facilities, and lifetime pension benefits. But getting into the Liquid Propulsion System Center here in Valiamala comes with a brutal mathematical reality. Across the entire country, there are only 19 open seats. Those 19 vacancies aren't for a single job. They are fractured across 6 entirely distinct profiles. For some trades, you are fighting for a single open spot. With margins this tight, you have to strip away the dream job hype. Before you spend a single rupee on application fees, you need to coldly analyze how this selection process actually works. This matrix table breaks down the 4 qualification tracks required to compete for those 19 seats. Look at the top row for technical assistance. This is a Level 7 role, and the barrier to entry is strict. You must have a first-class diploma in mechanical or chemical engineering to apply. Moving down to the Technician B and Draftsman tracks, the academic requirement shifts. These Level 3 roles demand an SSLC pass combined with specific ITI, NTC, or NAC trade certifications from NCVT. The final row is the Fireman A track. It has the lowest academic barrier, requiring only a 10th pass, but it imposes the strictest age limit at exactly 25 years. Because these roles demand drastically different academic inputs, viewers must apply a hyper-specific strategy based entirely on their exact credentials, rather than generic interview advice. The first trap is the calendar. ISRO has set a hard cutoff date for all qualifications, September 4th, 2026. If you are a final year student and your diploma or ITI results are not fully published by that exact date, you are automatically disqualified. This bar chart compares maximum age limits. The standard baseline is 35 years, but reserved categories get extensions, 38 for OBC and 40 for SC and ST. But here is the catch. Applying for an unreserved vacancy instantly revokes that relaxation. Miss the September 4th cutoff or miscalculate your age against the specific vacancy category, and your application will be instantly rejected, wasting your time and your 750 rupee fee. This flowchart shows the ISRO selection filter. Every applicant drops into the top tier, facing an initial hurdle of an 80-question, 90-minute written exam. It is a high-risk test. Every incorrect answer triggers an aggressive 0.33 negative marking penalty. Only 1 in 5 survives the written test to reach the Stage 2 skill test. But applicants misunderstand this process. The skill test is strictly a binary go or no-go evaluation. 0 points are added for superior workshop skills. If you pass the skill test, your final job offer is dictated 100% by your original written test score. Prioritizing practical workshop skills over textbook theory is a guaranteed path to failure. Theoretical dominance in the written exam is the only way to actually win a seat. You also need to factor in logistics. Both the written and skill tests are held exclusively in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. If you live out of state, you must weigh the high financial and logistical travel costs against the reality of competing for a single-digit vacancy pool. The testing format also shifts based on the role. The Fireman A track uses a longer 120-minute exam, focusing heavily on basic chemistry, gas properties, and mensuration. But for the fireman role, a high written score is useless if you fail the subsequent physical efficiency test and the mandatory medical examination. For the technical and technician tracks, look at the complexity of this hardware. You are not taking a generic reasoning test. You have to study hundreds of hours of your core engineering syllabus, from fluid mechanics to computer-aided manufacturing. Between the cross-country travel logistics and hundreds of hours studying core academic theory, the total investment required is massive for a fraction of a % chance of selection. This quadrant chart maps your preparation level against your logistical barriers to determine if applying makes sense. The top right represents the high-conviction applicant. If you have fresh, first-class academic knowledge and live near Kerala, this is a clear opportunity. There is also a unique ROI profile. Ex-servicemen and persons with benchmark disabilities can bypass the massive general pool bottleneck by applying for specific reserved backlog seats. But look at the bottom left. This is the underprepared applicant, someone relying on hands-on practical skills rather than deep theoretical retention. If you fall into that underprepared category, save your money. ISRO will mathematically eliminate candidates who cannot master the written theory. Your next step is to download the official LPSC PDF and verify the exact syllabus topics required for your specific post. Ruthlessly double-check your age and educational completion status against that strict September 4th cutoff date. If you qualify for and want to apply to multiple posts, you must submit a separate application and pay a separate fee for each track. ISRO LPSC offers unparalleled career prestige and security, but approaching this 19-seat recruitment without a ruthless theory-first strategy is a guaranteed loss. Verify your eligibility and get to the books.